Hello, I'm Lance Novak, Executive Director at the Canadian Kennel Club, and I wish to provide you with another update on subjects that we have most recently been receiving inquiries on. Starting with the issue of service. Our levels of turnaround time for service remains a concern and an area of continual focus. We're receiving service requests and inquiries beyond our current capacity in upwards of 700 phone calls, 400 live chats, and over 400 emails in any given week. So with resource restrictions, we continue to adjust to overcome this critical situation and improve response times required to service and support our membership. Here are a few examples to illustrate what we've been doing differently to improve your access to staff. Over the past 2 weekends, we've piloted the extension of hours of phone, live chat, and email service to Saturdays. The reaction to service on Saturdays will be used to decide if and how we continue to offer services through extended hours in the future. We've also piloted a webinar to offer tutorials for the most used applications on the online portal. These will also be recorded and posted in the support center on the website and portal for use at any time in the future. For email inquiries, we've been setting up dedicated email addresses for specific inquiries to improve turnaround times by the staff most qualified to address the issue. For example, there's a dedicated email address for inquiries about certificates and another coming soon for requests for fee adjustments. In the meantime, staff at CKC continue to work remotely, but we are preparing for a phased return to the office over the coming weeks as local restrictions are expected to ease. Moving to registration certificates, just about all registration certificates for Canadian-born dogs have now been delivered. Up to March of 2020, this has been in paper format, and for April moving forward in a PDF format, but paper replacements for those PDFs are hitting the mail over the coming weeks, starting with April. If you do have any questions or concerns about your certificates, please email the dedicated address you see on your screen. This will facilitate a quicker reply than using the general email address or by voicemail. Moving on to shows and trials, all confirmation event results for 2019 are close to being processed and in fact may be completed by the time this video is published. And this will trigger the printing of title certificates for 2019 results and then kick off processing of confirmation results for 2020 that were held prior to the pandemic restrictions. With respect to other events, development work on the system is underway but must be completed before we can expect staff to enter and process results, although this is expected to start as soon as August. It's too soon to confirm when the efforts will be completed entirely, including titles added to your portal account, but we'll keep you posted on our progress. There's been a lot of questions about the budget for IT, and we recognize that cost management in the delivery of the new system is a significant concern for members, and members want straight answers. The project to create a rollout of a comprehensive IT system to support CKC's operations began as far back as 2015. It was prompted by the need to replace CKC's more than 30-year-old computer system, which was built on outdated technology that could not be updated, expanded, or easily repaired. And this represented a significant risk to the organization. The project to create a system to meet CKC's specific and complex requirements to manage registration, membership, and event information also required updating our finance systems and website platform. This work was all done using input and expertise from committees, needs assessments, examinations of other kennel clubs and like organization systems, as well as an RFP process where board input and financial approvals applied. A vendor was then selected to deliver the new system, and CKC originally budgeted approximately $940,000 on the project to be spent over 12 to 18 months. And as often the case with large, complex IT systems, changes were needed as the project progressed. Changes related to many factors, including identification of new or expanded functionality, changes to technology options and licensing costs, unanticipated challenges in preparing and safeguarding data as it moved from the old and unstable system to its new home. And as a result, the timeline and budget grew exponentially during the course of the system's development. And while the cash outlay more than doubled and the timeline has exceeded by several years, many of the new costs for the project budget have been for additional requirements and have also been part of regular operating costs and have also replaced costs under the old system. So this was all done with a control process and authorized by the CKC's board of directors at each step. And in an evolving situation, we continue to work diligently with the vendor to ensure that the new system, including all functionality outlined in our contract with them, is delivered within the authorized and agreed upon budget. Ensuring the system is complete, the contract is respected, and the CKC receives value for money are our top priorities. So finally, I wish to update you on CKC's general finances. Due to the cancellation of most events in 2020, CKC has had to address the loss of its second largest source of revenue, that being from shows and trials. And so far, with cost-cutting measures and other revenues, we've managed to post small losses, break even, or small surpluses over the past several months. And while we expect a loss overall for 2020, it is projected to be significantly less than the loss of the revenues from shows and trials. And because of the CKC board, audit committees, and executive team's careful management of CKC's finances over the past decade, the projected losses can be financed with emergency reserves. So on a lighter note, I'd like to close with an announcement, and if you haven't heard already, CKC's AGM, or Annual General Meeting, will be held virtually in September for the first time ever. The AGM Planning Committee and staff are busy preparing to support this historic meeting that will open up access to the membership across the country. And I personally invite you to join us at what will truly be a special event for the CKC community. In the meantime, stay safe, and I hope to see you at the AGM. Thank you.